See, schools, there can be many scenarios. I mean, when I was doing my scenario planning for schools, I took in very extreme examples. Of course, the reality of what school would be somewhere in between those different scenarios. One, of course, was schools are completely, one of the extreme was schools are completely irrelevant and would have no place to for an institution or a factory like this, just like the mills of Mumbai. That's how the schools would be known, and maybe that's one of the scenarios. One is, of course, that schools will not be so much about teaching, learning. Will be about looking at how our social setup is breaking down, where we have moving from a joint family to a unit family to now single parents to single child. Now, where is the socialization happening? So maybe technologies in the future, I'm talking about 10, 20 years from now, is so advanced, is so good that it replaces the teacher. I mean, again, a hypothetical scenario. So, but then it may happen that socialization is something that you can't have electronic socialization. That is too far fetched. I mean, then you will need a human to human thing. For human to human interaction, children will come in one location, be some form of organized interaction is there. That's one of the, so schools may be the schools of the future. One of the thing is scenarios could be that where technology, because technology by nature is going to be expensive all the time. It's always going to be expensive. So these become kind of a one big resource library where children just come and do their stuff. Flexible hours, they come and go, and X number of hours are logged in, and whatever levels they have to achieve, they achieve that and they go out. So unlike a structured factory approach, they have more of a learning kind of benchmarks which they have to achieve, and they go off. And just because the cost of technology may be so high, if it's not, then so these are different things. But the two major variables that I see changing. One is the social structure of our communities, the way it's breaking down. I mean, we are in a thing where parents say, "Why don't you meet your friends?" He says, "I'm always on Facebook with them. Why do I need to meet them?" That is something serious now. I mean, we all understand Facebook. It's a very, very good tool that has happened in our communities. We're all in touch with old friends from all across the world. But at the same time, if that's going to replace the playground play in the evening because he doesn't want to meet his friends because I already know what's going on in his life, that is dangerous. So that's something that maybe schools will have to be more proactive on that sense on the social sector. And second is, of course, technology. So what technology is going to come up? How is it going to be? Is it going to be affordable? What about the reach? Will it be the rich children will have technology in the homes, or the poor children will come to these schools? It will become more of that kind of a role. So these are things that we are looking at. These are possible extreme scenarios that will happen. But one thing is for sure, schools will not remain the same. The amount of change that has happened in the last 50 years versus what will happen in the next 15, 20 years, this is going to be a much, much bigger change in it. I think the schools have to brace themselves for that. Those who will not adapt, those school systems, those school boards, curriculums that are not adapted will become the dinosaurs then. Things will move on very quickly. I think it's for schools to be proactive and play a responsible role. Schools have to will shape the children of the future always. But the definition of a school will change. But school will be there in some form or the other, I think. My personal take is.